What's up, North County? Welcome back to the Crow's Nest, and we have Coach Crow back in the studio.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Thursday night, we kept talking about that all week long, Thursday night, but gosh dang it, one hell of a game again.
Heck of a football game, you know. That Corcoran was a good team, like I said last week. They throw the ball well, but that quarterback can also run.
Oh, he was fast.
Yeah, he was good. I mean, he was good. I mean, he made good cuts. He knew when to take off. He was a good football player. And their running back ran really hard, like we thought, you know. And it was a challenge. And we were down a couple guys in the second half, and our kids came off the bench. A couple of them stepped up and did a great job. And yeah, it was a very exciting win for us to get out of there.
Well, it's like it seems like this is the status quo for Templeton every single week, to where it's a barn burner game.
Yeah, and part of that is towards the end of the league, you know, every game was a one-score game, and then obviously we came from behind against Roosevelt, and we came from behind against Corcoran, and with the way that Reed did the playoffs, that's what they wanted. They wanted close games. They didn't really, they didn't take school size or anything into it, so they were hoping to get close games, and so far it's kind of worked out. But this week on Friday, there's the semifinals. There's 4 teams, 3 of them are from our league. So our league will be guaranteed a finalist,
right?
Because we play Pioneer Valley and Tascado's going to play Dos Palos. So the winner of our game, so there's obviously going to be at least one finalist from our league, and hopefully 2.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. The kids are very excited, and that's a good part. They get a chance could have an opportunity to play 2, but certainly we play 1 that got us in the regular season. So now we get a second shot at them.
Well, and I mean, I know I was surprised. I know you were surprised that PV beat Bishop.
More surprising because of the whole drive there, the conditions. It was in the 30s at kickoff, and it was cold, and it snowed. There was snow in the mountains behind them. But Pioneer Valley is a physical football team. And one thing we all know, defense travels.
Right.
And they're good on defense. So they got up there, and they shut Bishop down. It was 9-7.
Yeah.
They just shut them down. And Bishop's league is not as good as our league. Bishop's a really good team, but their league is not nearly as good as our league, and top to bottom. So, Pioneer Valley went in there super battle tested, and it showed up. They weren't afraid to just battle them all night.
So you got Pioneer Valley this Friday night.
Yes.
So we've already played them.
Yes.
We lost 21.
Yep. And we threw a ball in the end zone.
And that one came down to another at the end.
8 seconds left. We threw a ball in the end zone. We dropped it, and then we had another play, and we threw the ball in the end zone. And they knocked it down. So it was. We were on the 8-yard line when the game ended. So I mean, it was nip and tuck the whole way. So yeah, it's going to be a really good game. They're improved from that week, and we are too, because it was week 8. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was right before we played Moore Bay, and so yeah, it was between Atascadero and Moore Bay.
So now when you look at the matchup, and you're looking up, I mean, because I know you sit there and do the whole, win-loss and the whole 9 yards and getting stats and stuff like that, and you see like teams like Morro Bay, they played Morro Bay, lost to Morro Bay. We went to Morro Bay and beat Morro Bay.
Right.
So then you start going, okay, so this
it's
swinging.
But then we lose to Atascadero, they beat Atascadero.
Right.
By 1 in the last week of the season. So it's very... our league's very evenly matched. And we've talked about that all year, about how close those teams really are, the top 5 teams really are. And Pioneer Valley is very good in the offensive line. They've gotten better, but they have one really good lineman, number 58, Perkle. He's very, very good. He's probably one of the top 2 linemen in our league. He's a very good offensive tackle. He's a big kid, he's 6'6", 245, and moves around pretty good. And he's also plays on their defense, and he's very good. And then they've found their identity. Early in the year, they were kind of searching a little bit. They're going to run the ball off tackle. They're going to run what we call power and counter, and they're going to come right at you. And they're not a frills team. I mean, it's going to be a hard fought inside. The guys that start the play with their hands on the ground are going to be the who wins and loses this game for sure.
And so preparing for this week, are we sticking with the same stuff as we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, making some changes?
They present a little different than we've seen since then. Well, they didn't even do it back then. They actually run with a tight end now, which they didn't since we played Tascadero. We haven't seen. Nobody's lined up with a regular you've seen NFL tight end. And they did that the last 2 weeks. They've done that a lot, and that's new for them. So we've had to make a small adjustment in what we do up front.
Probably because of their run game?
Yeah, it helps their run game, and it gets an extra, lineman type. He's number 44, but he's bigger kid. And then they take one of their linebackers and put him at an H-back, and they put him behind, like right behind the line of scrimmage, and he's their lead blocker on their run plays. And they do a good job with it. I mean, it's made them a lot better. I mean, they're very consistent moving the ball now, and they're a little bit spotty earlier in the year, but they do a good job now of getting off the ball and get after you.
And now, what about us? Everybody healthy?
Everybody's healthy.
Back?
We got everybody back. Yep.
Everybody's back this week?
Landon's back. Dylan's back. Yep, we're ready to go. We got really good news about them on Saturday. When we brought the kids in Saturday, which we don't normally do, but since we had Friday off, we wouldn't have seen them since Thursday night. So we brought them in Saturday to get treatment with the trainer, and we jogged around a little bit and watched a bit of our game film, and kind of got us ahead for this week. We're ahead in our normal preparation. Instead of watching film this afternoon, we'll already be practicing, so that was good. That was the only advantage of playing on Thursday. We got an extra day to get ready for the finals.
Yeah, kind of
semifinals.
Threw the weekend off because you always expect Friday to be game day.
But it was good. I mean, it wasn't great that week, but it was great. It's really good for the next round. Yeah. I'm sure they feel the same way because they didn't come home from Bishop till Friday.
And they stayed.
They stayed after, and then they had all kinds of bus problems on the way home.
Because that's way up.
It's on the way to Mammoth.
Yeah,
almost to
way
Mammoth.
over there.
Over 6.5 hours. And then their bus had problems, so they had to stop and wait for another bus to come get them. And
oh my gosh.
So if that had been Thursday night, it wouldn't have. Yeah, wow. So it took them almost 8 hours, 7.5, 8 hours to get home.
Oh my goodness.
So I think they were glad they spent the night. But yeah, it's both teams know each other really well. We probably do stuff with Pioneer Valley more than anybody we played. Like we did a passing scrimmage with them last summer where we went down there and we were there for like an hour and a half just throwing, just us and them. Then we played them in a passing game at Aurora, Grandy in the tournament. Mm-hmm. Now it's our second time playing them in real football. So we've done, we know, put it this way, we know each other. It's like those two, we've met, like Ron White, we've met. Yeah, we know their kids and they know our kids. There's not going to be a lot of secrets Friday night, I don't think.
Yeah, and then, I mean, now you got, game during the season. We lose that. Game. Now, I mean, this is for all the marbles.
Yeah. This is good, great for us. I mean, Templeton has not been in the semifinals since 2014. And so it's been 8 years since we've made it this far in the playoffs. And our kids are excited, and I think the town's excited. I mean,
wow.
I mean, by Thursday and Friday, I'm sure you're going to see posters and signs, and people are excited about the game. And that's good, man. We want that place packed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, get there early. So if they open those gates at 6, be in line. So you can get your seats and get that place jumping when we come on the field at 7. So, yeah, we're pretty excited about it.
So there you go. Friday night, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Semifinals. CIF semifinals.
Wow. And that's pretty exciting.
Yes. And it's...
and what I want to talk about is as far as like I mean, we don't have... This is all the kids, the players wanting to do this. Because we don't have those big, huge, like you talk about other teams.
We're not a very big team, but I'll tell you what, our kids play with a lot of heart. And I feel, and I think the kids feel, we work pretty hard in the off season and the stuff to get our kids in really good shape. And your sons can attest to that. I mean, we probably do more running and physical activity than most teams do during the season, and it pays off for us at the end of the year.
Oh yeah,
I think our kids are in good shape, and they don't get tired as much, but they have to. I mean, we have to play that way. We can't just show up and roll our helmets out on the field. We're going to run over you. We're just bigger and more physical and better. Right. No, that's not us.
It's awesome.
No, we have to play with our hearts and our heads and get after them.
Cool. Well, Coach.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Good luck Friday. And man, we're gonna get everybody out there.
Yeah, we're excited. Be there. Get get on GoFan. Get your tickets. So when you get there, you just have to show them your receipt thing on your phone and go find your seat and let's have fun.
There you go. All right, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
There you have it, guys. Make sure we see you Friday night. Templeton versus PV semifinals.